Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome to a quick live this Sunday afternoon. Hello Becky, TKC, how you doing? Hey y'all. I thought I would jump on a live. I have been crazy busy. I've had a lot of work travel. So I have not had any time to go into the comments section, which you guys know I live in the comment section, love chatting with everybody. And it makes me so mad because I haven't been able to talk with any of you guys. And baby, with this wedding news, we got to talk about it. Mary, just want to say I work with autistic people. Maybe Gwen has thin skin and has got sensitive to something and missed wedding. I don't know. We're going to definitely talk about it though. Let me give some shout outs to everybody in the room. TKC's in the house. Paulette, hey, that's my shoe. Hey there. Happy Sunday to you too. We got Diana. Who else we got? These are coming in quick. I need to, when I figure out how to slow this stuff down a little bit, I definitely will. Hey to T. Mary, I think I said hey, Mary. Donovan. Hey, Donovan. Hey, y'all. Man, okay, y'all. Well, you can number one, let me just give a quick rule. Let's be obviously respectful in the comments, but everybody can have their own opinion, and that's why I started my channel, because my opinion didn't always align with every single reactor that I watched. Sometimes they aligned perfectly, sometimes I saw things a little bit differently, and that's why I started my channel, because I don't think we always have to agree on everything, every scenario, um as we're watching this show. And I will say this. I've had quite a few people say it's none of our business, or we shouldn't be asking this, blah blah blah. Let me tell y'all this. Once Christine decided to put her wedding in People magazine, it became the business of the public. Once you're getting a check for showing your wedding, taking photos of your wedding, doing videos of your wedding, once she decided to do that, it became the business of the public. For Gwen and McKelty, once they started profiting off of telling their stories, telling their experiences, reacting to the show, now what they're doing has become the public's business. If they had decided to just be obscure like Logan, and honestly like Leon, and a lot of the other kids that have decided to kind of go do their own thing, if you decide to do that, you know what, it's really not my business, because you have made a conscious effort to keep your private life private. If Leon decides to share something, that's great, but Leon is not telling all their business behind a paywall. So I pay the fee to go see what they're saying. So I'm going to talk about it. And if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know I have defended Gwen to the end of the earth and back. And I've done that because I have had my personal experiences, negative experiences with siblings, where I had a parent basically tell me to get over it. Um, and it wasn't at a place where it was safe for me to just get over it. I personally missed a Mother's Day because it was sprung on me at the last minute to show up when that sibling was going to show up. And I was told like a day or two before that they were coming. And I had not spoken to that sibling. That sibling had not apologized to me. It was not a good situation. We're looking at this wedding, you guys. We have been talking about this wedding for months now. Months. It's been all over the news. This isn't something that just popped up randomly. Gwen has said nothing about why, not on Patreon, not on any of the platforms, as to why they were not there. Nobody from the family has even said a reason, because they don't know one. They haven't been given one. McKelty said she just didn't show up. McKelty had no answer as to why Gwen was not there. Peyton, who we have seen, right, Peyton has actually got online and said he really didn't care for David. Like they really didn't get along or connect. I don't know. I don't know if he did a video or what he was on when he said that. And I know some of you guys remember what I'm talking about when Peyton said he didn't really care for David. Like he thinks like they're two kind of alphas, I guess, and they kind of butt heads. So if Peyton felt like that, and Peyton didn't really think his mom should get married at that point, and Peyton still showed up to the wedding, I'm really wondering what is going on. What's going on? Because her mom showed up to her wedding. She spent time with her wedding, and I know that we thought maybe they had an interesting relationship, like not the best, but I don't know. So you guys tell me. I'm looking to see what you say in the comments. Why you guys think? First off, I just want to see why you guys think she didn't show up. What excuse, what reasoning do you guys think it is? What do you guys think? Donovan saying, you've been very fair. Thank you, Donovan. I feel like I have been very fair. So when I was like my reaction to being upset to Gwen, I feel like I'm okay to be upset. Like I have given Gwen a lot of space to not be involved in toxicity when it comes to family. But this to me looks really suspicious. It seems very attention seeking. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Becky, I think Gwen boycotting the wedding was done because Peyton not only would be there, but would have a part in walking her down the aisle. She will regret this when her mom's gone. Becky, I agree with that. You can't expect your parents not to have a relationship with your sibling that you do not get along with or agree with. You cannot. You cannot do that. For me, when it came to my situation, this is why I would plan things with that parent separately. And some things for me, I might miss out on. If it's something big like a wedding, I'm just going to see my therapist, mentally prepare myself for that situation because it's not that long. It's not that much time. But I would not spend an extended period amount of time with that person. But I wouldn't penalize my mom for something that is only happening this one time because of that individual. There's so many people at that wedding, you guys. Like she did not even have to interact with him. And also, we know if there's Gwen's not the only person that's had issues with Peyton. I'm pretty sure Leon had a lot of issues with Peyton's thoughts and views, and Leon still showed up. You don't think it's traumatic for Leon to be there when everybody's been talking about her mom? Sorry, not her. Their mom. Like if I was Leon and even though you're my moms, my sister wife moms or whatever, you've been talking about my birth mom, right? Like they've basically made Mary like not public enemy number one, but they don't even mess with her mom, their mom. I'm going to get it right, y'all. They don't mess with their mom. So for Leon to still show up for Christine, despite Christine not having a relationship with Mary, I'm sorry, that's maturity. And that's just a maturity and growth difference that I'm thinking Gwen is missing. Gwen is definitely missing that. Mary, what you got to say? I don't think Gwen gets the big picture of life. She really doesn't think of consequences ever. There's some gaps there, and I'm maybe it's a generational gap. I'm a lot older than Gwen, so I'm a millennial, an older millennial though, so I don't really buy into the blood is thicker than water concept when it comes to toxicity, right? Like I'm not going to go out of my way to involve myself with toxic family members, but I do understand that there are certain things in certain periods of time that you just can't get back. And I'm conscious of that. I'm thinking, ooh, if this person were to not make it tomorrow, will this sit right with me? That's usually something that goes on in my head. And also too, when you think about Christine's never had her day, right? Even when she got married to Cody, it was about the family. It was never just about Christine in that moment. So you think about you're the bride and it's your day. Why should she have to worry about one of her children showing up or not? It's like a cloud over the day. And I'm just like, why would you be selfish enough to put that cloud over your parents one day? I mean, we know the build up to this, y'all. Like, it's just, I don't get it. Becky, my husband missed the Father's Day because of a girl he was dating, his dad was gone the next Father's Day. He's so good. And I can see that. And I've never missed one. And I don't regret my decision because I felt like both people were being very selfish in that moment. I had planned a lot, matching outfits and everything for mine. And it just felt like I was being beyond dismissed. And my mom actually came back and apologized, and we had to have a really deep discussion about it, because she didn't understand the magnitude of the issue. And once that happened, my mom was like, "Okay, yeah, this was worse than I thought. I need to be listening to both my kids." So yeah, I won't be missing another one, that's for sure. But it had to be something drastic on my end. And that was drastic enough. But a wedding, I mean, come on, y'all. Come on. Did he really say that, or is it gossip? If you're talking about Peyton, no, Peyton actually like physically said it. Like it was recorded with him filming, where he was like, I'm not really a fan of Dave. Like we don't really get along. We're kind of like two alpha personalities. He didn't talk bad about David. He just said like, I just don't think my mom should be getting married yet. I think it's too soon. Um, he actually was recorded saying that. That's why I'm like, he still showed up to this wedding. So, all right, D, what you got to say? I think it has to do with her refusal to sign the NDA for the wedding. Huh. Okay. Gwen's very upset that she felt forced to sign an NDA for her own bridal shower, claiming she was taken advantage of by TLC. Now, if it has something to do with Gwen and Gwen's events, like Gwen's wedding, Gwen's bridal shower, whatever the case may be, I totally get her not wanting to sign an NDA. But when it comes to that wedding is not about you. If Logan can do it, who is one of the most private people you've seen, Leon can do it. Aspen rarely is on TV. If they can do it, even Maddie isn't on TV much anymore. It's not about you. So it's not about you. What's going to happen? I'm trying to figure out what would happen. Even if you just showed up for the ceremony and said, Mom, look, I'm just going to be here to see you walk down that aisle. I'll get one photo and I'm out of here. And honestly, too, I think that that's when a spouse needs to step in, because sometimes when your spouse is seeing it from the outside in, that's when your spouse is supposed to step in and say, "Look, I know that you're frustrated, blah blah blah. I'm here. I got your back. Okay. If you feel like you need to walk away and take a break, I'm here for you for that." That's when your spouse is supposed to step up. So I don't know. I'm just that's a mess to me. Becky. I'm thinking trip. Okay, thank you. Yes, because people were acting like I was tripping. Yeah, I don't think it's fair to the parent. I just don't think it's fair to the parent. Yes, I think Leon showed selflessness as well because, you know, going through that transition, a lot of people had stuff to say in that family about Leon's transition. That's not easy. It's not easy just for the person going through the transition, but to imagine if you don't have, all the support of your family, all the religious brainwashing and all the stuff that Leon had to process. Because remember, Leon was like one of the main kids that was like, I want to go into polygamy, to deconstruct from that, to deal with your sexuality, to deal with your gender, and body dysmorphia, all that, all those things playing. That's a lot. So also shout out to Mary for stepping up, because Mary was kind of struggling with that at first, and to see Mary showing up for their child I love it. Peyton, yeah, Peyton definitely said that. Not sure why she didn't go to the wedding. It may be too soon to understand. Hopefully the issues will be resolved soon. Mother-daughter relationships can be complicated. TD, you have said nothing but a word with that. I have a very complicated relationship with mine. I think because number one, I remind my mother a lot of my father, personality-wise. So when you have parents that get divorced, especially, you can trigger everything in that parent. Anything you say, my mom, like even to this day, if I say certain things, my mom's like, "You sound like your dad," or "You're your dad," and not in a good way. Do you know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you have parents that hold on to animosity against another parent, I don't know if Christine has ever said that, because I can see a lot of Cody and Gwen, and I could totally see Gwen and Gwen's personality triggering Christine and reminding Christine of Cody. Could totally see it. I read Peyton did a 3-hour interview with some YouTuber, Johnny. I'm pretty sure he said the day was something. Yeah, that's exactly where it was at. because I didn't watch the whole thing, but I do remember that part specifically. Um, how John Yates pulled that off, I do not know, y'all. But yes. Also, you guys, if you hit the like button so we can have other people join, because it'll at least alert people, put in the algorithm, like the video so we can have more people join, because I don't get on live that much and I want people to be able to chat with us. All right, Mandy, what you got to say? I asked Gwen personally why she missed Mom's wedding. She told me she was busy and had important stuff to do that day. No, she didn't, girl. No, she didn't. Okay, guys, pick your emoji in the comment and tell me what you would be doing that's keeping you so busy that you wouldn't make your mom's wedding. Put an emoji that represents what you could possibly be doing that would keep you so busy that you would not show up to your mother's wedding. I'm curious. What do you guys got to say? Mandy, no. I I'm back. I'm back. I'm like a little bit short of like I have no words. There's no way. Was it a bot? Did she physically say that? Was it a bot that told you that? Whoa. Whoa. That's crazy. That is crazy, Mandy. Wow. Mary says, as a mom, I'd find forgiveness for Gwen very hard. Big fight. I'd be so hurt. Yeah, I'd be really hurt too. I'd be very hurt. Oh my God. I can't wait to see the emojis. I can't wait to scroll up and see what the emojis you guys put in for what you think would be worth it enough for you to be busy doing that you'd miss your mom's wedding. Please show me a fun emoji that would go with what you'd be doing. Famous nobody. Hello. Becky, Mandy, what could be more important? Girl, Becky, I want to know what could be more important. I want to know. Look, everybody's like, Mandy, girl, no, she didn't. Oh my God. I can't wait to see these emojis, y'all. It seems like she did this for attention. It's feeling very attention seeking, y'all. And as you guys have seen a video I've made before where I talked about how I think Christine's kids are very attention seeking, and they get that from her and they get that from Cody. They are some very attention seeking individuals. As you see, the only two kids that have Patreons are Christine's kids. What does Mandy say? My friends with her actually sent her a message through her Patreon. She replied, I agree. Nothing should have been more. Baby, I'm on the Patreon too. I can't believe it. No, she didn't. No, she didn't, y'all. She's too busy. Oh God, Gwen, she makes it really hard for me. You know, I'd be really trying to have her back, y'all. I'd be really trying to have her back. And shout out to you guys that told me that the video clip that Without a Crystal Ball had put in their video is the point. Actually, this just proves my point right here. The clip that Without a Crystal Ball put in their video with that had the question I asked Gwen about how she feels about the parentification of her siblings from her parents, her mom, Janelle, Cody, parentifying those kids, how she felt about it. That just shows you right there that I have given these children grace when it comes to how they respond to their families, because these kids, the level of parentification that happened to these kids is next level, and I haven't seen any of the parents take responsibility, accountability for that. Not one of them has taken accountability for that. Okay, so you guys can go watch it if you go to John Yates' channel. That paid interview is still up. Yeah, because I think he got like 1 trillion views on that, so I'm sure it is still up. But yeah, he basically says he really wasn't trying to mess with David, and he still was at his mom's wedding. What's TK saying? Especially wedding, your mom's legal wedding. Yeah, I would not miss that. It's just in these types of communities, to miss your mom's moment like that. Your mom didn't miss your moment. Your mom showed up for you. Her mom showed up for her. It's crazy to me. If Peyton can show up, walk his mom down the aisle, despite the fact he's not that fond of David Gwen, really, that's what I'm trying to say. And it's on tape. It's on film that he said he did not really mess with David like that. He wasn't really his cup of tea, and he didn't really think his mom should be getting married. But he put that aside because at the end of the day, he knew how important this was to his mom. He knew, and he showed up for his mom. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Christine will not. She will not forget this. I don't know what Gwen. I don't know what Gwen's gonna do. Do you think because of Christine's history, the dynamic of the family, David takes a step back, lets Christine lead on how to navigate? I'm sure David keeps a lot of his 2 cents to himself unless it's asked of him. He doesn't really seem like the type of person telling everybody else, especially in that family dynamic, what to do. Especially because I remember when Christine was talking about in the last episode or two, where she was saying she got with the matchmaker and she basically made sure the matchmaker was telling the person she was going to deal with, hey, I come as a package deal. I come from a polygamous family. I'm going to be bringing along a sister wife. I'm going to be bringing along kids that are my kids, as far as I'm concerned, too. With that, it is a package deal. It takes a special type of man to do that. And he seems like the type of person that's handling it pretty well. He seems kind of chill. Well, that was yeah. My worst is when I thought, baby, that excuse, I'm not that excuse. I was too busy to go to my mom's. Oh Lord, y'all. That's so crazy to me. Leon said that no longer want to be part of TLC shown in any form, and they still showed up. That's awesome. That's what I'm trying to say, you guys. Everybody knows Leon didn't want anything to do with being on TLC, showing their lives. Neither did Logan. Neither one of them wanted to do that. And yet, knowing that Christine's wedding would probably be filmed, that it would be on People Magazine, they're like, I'm sorry, this is my mom. I'm going to show up for her. I'm going to show up for Christine in this moment. It's crazy to me. John Yates' interview was early in Christine's dating David. Peyton may have changed his mind about him by now. And he might have, but at least Peyton is open to growth. At least Peyton didn't just say, I'm going to think this way, and there's nothing you can do to change that. Even for me, if my sibling came to me and was like, you know what? Hey, let's talk about this. Like, I got some atoning to do. I would be open to that. But to just shut a person out and give them no space to even show a different behavior, um, I just, we have to give humans grace, because otherwise, if you do that, and doesn't mean that you need to really be messing with them, because like I said, Gwen does not need to have a relationship with Peyton. But this had nothing to do with Peyton. This isn't Peyton's day. This is her mom's day. Full stop. Thank you, Maya. TKC, is that why Mary finally left, because the family didn't support Leon? I think Mary left because her man was about to put her on the top of the garage. I mean, girl. I'm assuming at some point, you guys, we're going to get one more either conversation or confirmation from Cody that he doesn't want Mary. And that will be the end of it. But I feel like this conversation where she told him that that she was moving her business, and his reaction was, oh, great, let me help you pack. I'm thinking that this really kind of helped push her over it. It was like, girl, he's not worried. Like, and Robin couldn't even save you in that moment. Robin could not save you. He does not want you. I don't know how he pulled it off either, since I still don't know who he is. I don't recall finishing it either. Yeah, I don't know how he did either. I mean, well, he's been online a really long time and does a lot of the shows. But yeah, I don't know how that Peyton thing came to be. No parents perfect. Christine has done a lot for Gwen, despite very difficult circumstances, especially before the show, working, being pregnant, being in a cult, pay for college and surgeries. I don't know about the last part for Gwen. Gwen hasn't had any surgeries that I know of. I know Isabel. But either way, you're right. No parent is perfect, and I don't think any of them have to be. I think, unfortunately, the fan base has kind of painted Christine in this like light of perfection, her and Janelle, and they're not. They have their own faults too. But even despite that, you guys, even the faults that I've called out about the parents, I don't understand what that has to do with Gwen saying she was too busy to be at her mom's wedding. I, I'm sorry. If that's the excuse she's going to give at this point, anything else she says to me, I really can't give her much. I can't, the buy-in. The buy-in for me is going to be a lot lower. A lot lower. My Miss if I had COVID or a medical emergency, Christine will forgive her, but Gwen will hopefully grow up and make amends. She's gonna have to make amends. I don't think that Christine is gonna not forgive her kids. I mean, that's for most parents, that's your child. You typically have a level of unconditional love for your kid, even when they mess up. And I think that Christine hopefully will give her grace in that moment. Um, but it will take a lot of work and some you have to build that trust back because I don't think I really trust Gwen after that. Um, it'd be real suspicious to me. You guys said that you'd be if you're telling me if you need to catch up on your sleep would be why you'd be too busy to make that wedding. Share Bear Girl. Okay, TK say you guys basically saying there's no excuse. But for real, yeah. I guess that could be it. But she didn't say it's because I was sick. She said she was too busy. If she would have said like I had COVID, y'all, like I literally tested. I had the test because it was something that was filmed and I tested positive for COVID. I'd give you a pass for that because sometimes these like when they're doing filming and things like that, sometimes they will make you test, right? To see if you have COVID. And then you may not be able to be on set for something or even on a wedding site if you have that. But she said she's too busy. Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, y'all. I'm not very technical, can't find an emoji button. It would be anger. I mean, I need to know more. Her mom showed up for her wedding. I just don't. What are you angry about? Are you mad that Peyton's walking her down the aisle? I mean, he's her son. That's typically what happens if you don't have a dad to do it, and you want somebody to walk you down the aisle. If that's the reason why you didn't show up because you think she's playing favorites, which Gwen has said that her mom plays favorites, I will say this: sometimes, especially when it's like the only son, they can get some favoritism from moms. I have definitely seen that, experienced it myself, almost like coddling that occurs. But even with that, I'm gonna talk about my mom. I'm gonna talk about it with my mom later. I'm gonna let her have this wedding day and let her have her joy, and then I'm gonna pull my mom to the side and maybe even get a therapist behind it and just be like, Mom, look, your wedding was great and all, but I'm really struggling with your favoritism for Peyton. And I think you're totally okay to do that. But that's not the moment. The day of the wedding is not the moment to just say I'm not coming. Thanks, Diane. Yes, hit the like button, you guys. Thank you. Gwen is the type to die on her activist hill where we're putting someone's feelings, decency ahead of their own. And that's the thing is, you guys, I don't even think it's activism at this point. Because when we saw this last episode, Gabe, Garrison, we both know they have different political views than Gwen have. Distinct, different political views. And Gwen was looking to actually live with these two. So it's got to be beyond that. I think it has to have been years and years of her feeling as though her mom played favorites when it came to Peyton. And it could have been because Peyton was the only son. I could see it. I could absolutely see it. I know you do. I've seen you do it here. Thank you. Oh, it's not someone I would get any info from. Oh, I'm not getting any info from that person without a crystal. I'm not getting info. There was a live that Gwen filmed. I was on the live and I asked a question to Gwen about the parentification that her parents did on her older siblings. That clip from the live without a crystal ball used in their past video. Listen, without a crystal ball got their own issues and ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not getting info from them. That was like something that actually happened. And someone said, Gwen shouted you out on something, and I'm like, what? And that's what it was. It was on that video because she says red lipstick reality TV on the clip. But yeah, I'm like, okay, interesting. Becky, isn't it amazing how low key Janelle's kids are compared to Christine's? Yeah, I think they get it from both their parents because Janelle's kids are. I mean, they have a clip or two on the show, but they're really not looking to just tell all the family business. That's for sure. But I appreciate Gwen and McKelty for saying what they have said because there's been some space really. I think for what they're doing is they're just giving us a little bit of validation for some of the stuff that we've witnessed watching this show for so many years. But I also am seeing that finally Christine and Janelle and Mary are also finally validating the things we've been yelling at the TV for years. So we don't necessarily need the kids to do it as much anymore because their parents are actually starting to finally be a lot more honest, and they were not being honest before. Like it was just like say what's really going on. And we're seeing, especially Christine. Christine is baby. She doesn't care anymore. She's slaying it all out there. Crystal Ball's the worst person. I don't know that person personally. I don't want to put any propaganda out on that person. All I'm saying is what that person, the clip that person posted in their video had my name in it. It had nothing to do with information that person was delivering. It literally was a clip from a live that I was on with Gwen. So it wasn't them. It wasn't Chris. Without Crystal was not saying my name. It just happened to be a clip in their video. Her mom may have even paid for her wedding. Yeah, I don't know about that. It kind of felt like they had saved up for their wedding. Probably used some of that Patreon money, to be honest with you, to pay for that wedding. Yeah, y'all don't have to keep talking about this person or that channel. I'm just saying it was a clip. It's a clip that wasn't made by that person. It was an actual clip from a live. It was a clip from a live that I was on. Oh, messed up excuse. Like, yeah, that not just showing up because you're busy makes no sense to me. Hoping this week Gwen will address this on her Patreon. Everyone, myself included, may be jumping to conclusions, but it better be a medical emergency. To say you're too busy, come on now. But also, why? My thing is, why even respond to somebody messaging you on Patreon? Let's just say that Gwen's being snarky, right? And she just said that to be snarky. Why do that? If you're going to be making your own video and telling your own truth, Gwen would have been better off just posting on there, hey, you guys, I'm hearing all the chitter chatter. When I get ready, I'll tell you my own truth about what's going on, and left it at that. Probably could have nipped a lot of this in the butt, to be honest, if she would have done that. Someone said they've been acting like a father figure to younger kids. I mean, we've heard that quite a bit. At least, I mean, I'm not mad about it. He has a lot of kids on his own. Seems like he's very close to his children. We're never short of having good father figures. I have a pretty solid stepdad myself, and I have an amazing dad. But I do know if my dad can't do it, I can call my stepdad, which is a blessing. It's a blessing to have a solid step parent. Queen, also in the People wedding exclusive, Christine quoted talking about wedding plans, RSVPs, when she says someone will always be offended. I wonder who that could be. I mean, like I said, everybody's not invited. Obviously, the wedding, Mary was not invited. Clearly, Robin's kids. None of them were at this wedding. And I totally get why Christine was like, oh, I'm not even going to go into that. But the Gwen situation, I'm so confused, y'all. I'm so confused. I think she would have said it was makeup. That's what I'm saying. I think she would have said that too. That's why I was like, why would you message somebody back and say I was just busy? Just say nothing at all. Just say, I'm going to talk about it on Patreon. Why would you message somebody back and say I'm busy? I was busy. I don't think so. Ooh, hi, sarcasm. Hope you're having a great Sunday. We are. Ooh, we're ready for this episode. I don't know. This episode, have you guys seen the clip where they're from this upcoming episode tonight where McKelty is doing like a 1-year-old party for Avalon just with Robin and Cody. I'm like, you guys, you are we have all talked about, and in Christine too, it's the stars aren't aligning for how Christine talks about the relationship that McKelty has with Robin, and then how Christine talks about Robin outside of that. Uh, it's very confusing to me. They're all one and the same. Um, I, I don't know why it's okay for Robin to have a good relationship and go out of her way for McKelty and not go out of her way for the other kids. Once again, it's just showing favoritism, and I don't like any of it. Truly seems more at ease with David than she does with Cody. I think he's a better father. I think that this happens when you see somebody consistently, where somebody's present around you every day and they don't feel like a stranger. I feel like Cody was a stranger to Truly. And, if Truly's on the spectrum, I'm sure that doesn't help to have somebody in and out. You know what I'm saying? Like having no consistency of connection. I could easily see that being very difficult to keep that relationship going if it's not consistent. Oh, that surgery. Okay. See, supporting. And you didn't show up for your mom's wedding? Again, y'all. How did she not show up for her mom's wedding? How did she not show up for her mom's wedding, y'all? Somebody make it make sense for me. It makes no sense to me. People are coming at you yesterday for your things. Oh, baby, they were trying to come for me in the comments. Okay, this is, actually, I'm a little proud of it because you guys, I just started this channel a couple months ago. Like, I had a few videos randomly on there that I had done sporadically, but I really hadn't pushed this channel. I just was like, oh, I want to make a video or two. And then this season came up and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna really do it. I'm gonna like dedicate the time and I'm gonna get connected with my subscribers, and I'm gonna really focus in on what's happening, right? Um and I did that this year, and I'm noticing now that I'm getting a lot more of the trolls, like way more trolls coming into my comments, which means that we're like stepping up, y'all. Like we're people are talking about the Red Lipstick Club gang, and I'm totally here for that. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking by it. I feel like a lot of you guys that have like just been so supportive, you'll handle those people in the comments. I don't really have to do it, and I'm okay with that. There's speculation Gwen has a lot going on with school exams. She had a lot on her plate, possibly stressed out. Maybe we're all stressed. America is stressful. Join the club. You don't think any of her siblings were stressed? Just existing is stressful. Maddie got 3 kids. McKelty's got 3 kids. They're stressed. Everybody's stressed. Show up for your mom. Period. Show up for your mom. Lawsuit with TLC. I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I would have said, I'm sitting in the back, don't film me. Or I don't know. Something needed to happen, though. That's crazy. My sister is like Gwen. She's young, feminist activist, but trust for family or friends. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, sometimes I have to put my politics before family and friends. I've lost some because of my politics. And I think that's okay. Some things are just connected to a moral compass, and you can't really can't look past them. But we haven't heard Gwen have that connection like that with her mom about it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, this isn't Peyton's wedding; it's her mom's wedding. It's her mom's wedding. Show up for your mom. Just show up for your mom. Recently, Gwen revealed Christine paid for her recent reduction. Cody gave her money. Yeah, she did say Cody gave her money too. I think for Christmas, she said too. Thanks for the update, y'all. Yeah, she did the reduction. Thank you for that. Like I said, just validates even more that she should have showed up for her mom. McKelty, that relationship with McKelty and Robin is so suspicious to me, y'all. But I've mentioned that before, that I think that came from Christine having too many children and McKelty just kind of being lost in the shuffle. And I think McKelty has a personality that gets on your nerves. And I could see her getting on her siblings' nerves. And it ended up unfortunately isolating her a bit from the rest of them. I just noticed a lot of attention-seeking behavior in her. For all we know, she could have some personal things she's dealing with too when it comes to being able to socialize and connect with people. So I don't know McKelty's story enough to know if that might be something she's dealing with. Robin Latcher calls in McKelty, and she used her for like I said, parentification of children. And in McKelty's eyes, she's like, "Oh, she thinks I'm an adult. You're not an adult. You're just gullible enough to fall for this. They use you." Oh yeah, she's definitely a narc, as they say. She's definitely informing. Kathy, glad you're not involved with for yeah, I don't know anything about what that person's doing or and also too, I'm not here to like report things to get people I'm not the news. I'm not a journalist. This is all opinion based. It is not facts, full stop. It's just not. We're watching a television show. We're watching a television show, y'all. And honestly, I really wouldn't even be talking about what they're doing off camera if this wedding wasn't so public and on camera. Honestly, I wouldn't even be talking about it. But I watched the show, and it's all connected to the show. So, but yeah, I don't know what she's doing over there. Be minding my business over here. Oh, I feel like Solomon and Dayton are the only normal ones out of Robin's kids. Solomon was already get me. He does give those vibes, doesn't he? I'd be feeling bad for Solomon. I really do feel like Solomon's like, why I want to go hang with that family. Can I go hang with them? Because like some of the older kids were actually really close with Solomon because Solomon still was able to actually kind of grow up a little bit in that big family dynamic when they were in the cul-de-sac in Vegas. Ariella, I think that's her name, Ariella, she hasn't had any of that, especially after COVID hit. She was like 3 years old when that happened. She missed out on all that. He gave Gwen Christmas money. Nothing's Gwen is. I think he gave her money. He also gave. I think he gave Isabel money too. I think he gave a few of the kids money. I mean, we know that he buys affections and things from his kids. We know that, y'all. We know Cody ain't right. We know Cody ain't right. Kelty's golden child. Yes. They all desperately want and have to compete for their parents. That's what I'm saying. I think it's all about competing for love and affection from their family. I like that in the wedding photo. David was Truly were the only ones wearing purple. Yeah, that's so cute. Truly looked really cute, and I loved how Truly's dress had a little pocket. I felt like Truly was feeling herself in that photo. Truly was looking super cute in that photo. A lot of you have been saying that it had to be Christmas, though, right? Or was Gwen saying? I think it was 2021, maybe. I think might have been that Christmas. I think Cody saw them later and like gave them money. Kelty's playing both sides, only going to work for so long. Cody eventually demand her. I don't see it lasting that long either. And also, too, as McCulty is divulging more information on her Patreon channel, I just eventually see that being an issue with him. And I think too, as this season unfolds, like we haven't seen the rest of the season. So, and I'm thinking too, you guys, when like the tell-all happens, how that tell-all is going to play out and what we're going to hear from Robin, it's like there's only so many things you can defend. So I don't know if McKelty will even be able to defend everything Robin says or her dad says in these tell-alls, because that's where Cody really shows his ass is in those tell-alls. Excuse me. Queen Bee pointed out Solomon's not the same age McKelty one. Isn't that crazy? First off, he looks so young though, doesn't he? Solomon looks so young. Welcome to all the new people that joined us. We've just been talking about sister wives and this Gwen not showing up to her mom's shenanigans. If you're new in the live, hit the like button so other people can join us because I'm going to be on for another 15 minutes. So we can get some questions in. Becky, I haven't thought of the time difference. Yes. Just thank you. Yes, that was more my point of the yes. Yes. And while I'm on for these last 15 minutes, as you guys know, I make like content for like in between. my reviews, and I already have a few videos lined up that I'm going to be doing. But if there's anything that you're like, man, I wish Anna would have done a video about this, so I'd kind of like to hear her opinion on that, throw it in the comments for me because I'd like to kind of start putting a list of those together and doing some content for you guys that you're looking for. KC, how many episodes do you think they will have this year? If they're smart, 18 to 20.
Here's what I found.
No, Siri, I didn't ask you. Yeah, if they're smart, 18 to 20. I would. I mean, drag it out if you can. Like, I'm thinking like 15 regular episodes and 3 tell-alls. Maybe. That'd be smart if they did that. Because we're on, what are we on now? 9? We're about to be on 9 already? I think this is 9. Last week's was 8, right? So this is 9. So I'm thinking 15, 18 to 20 maybe. I loved how Aspen stared at Tony McKelty with her line of questioning in that painting scene. She knew this was exploring X team. Yeah. Aspen's, I would love to sit down with Aspen. She gives me all the vibes. I want to sit down with Aspen and Logan. Like, y'all tell me what this was really like. Because since they're older, they really got to see a lot. They got to see a lot. So I'd be really curious to see what they have to say. Yes, we jumped up, y'all. Thanks for everybody joining the live. I love it here. Solomon seems quite shy. I bet Cody's overwhelming to him. I think so too. Solomon kind of feels like chill. And, you know, having a dad that's so over the top, that could be exhausting. That could be so exhausting. Siri doesn't know how to mind their business. The amount of instances where Siri decides to start talking and putting their 2 cents in when I didn't ask is crazy to me. It's alarming. They're listening to us, you guys. Yeah, so hopefully I don't have much going on, thank goodness, today, so I'll have time to watch the episode as soon as it airs, and I don't have to wait until I get time to do it. So that'll give me a chance to record my reaction, because I like posting my reactions early, especially because I'm on the West Coast. So like if I post them at like 7 a.m. on my side, it's like still 9 o'clock on the East Coast. But a lot of people, I know a lot of you guys watch this like while at work, at your desk, on your way to work, just chilling, you know, maybe even listening to it as a podcast. So I want to make sure that I get it out early enough to kind of get your week started. Because I think if we, as sister wife content creators, I almost wish we would all get together and be like, you'll post this time, you'll post at this time, you'll post this day. So that way, a lot of you guys listen to multiple people. So if we could just spread it out so you guys could just listen to them and have content for like the rest of the week, that'd be great. Lots of creators are doing Sister Wives rewatch, but I couldn't watch them myself. I'll get. Yes, I said I wanted to do that. I don't want it to disturb what I'm doing now. I want to just kind of focus on this season. But when I'm done with this season, I'm definitely doing a rewatch. Because a lot of people have been like wanting to do it, and I've wanted to do it too. So I'm definitely going to do a rewatch because I wasn't online to do it before. Oh, I love it. Yes. I also hate giving money as gifts. I do tell my parents, oh, I'd rather you give me money than buy me useless things. Like, especially if you I feel like the older we get, sometimes your parents just don't know you anymore. Like they don't really know what you need anymore. And they just waste their money on a lot of useless stuff. And like, you're better off just giving me money. Actually, for me, that is it's thoughtful enough. At least you did something. Thank you. I did start making though Amazon gift lists for my family, for my dad, my mom especially, because they're like, we don't know what you want or need. And I send them that, and they still feel like they're shopping, and they still feel like they're picking something out for me, but they know for sure whatever they buy is something I'm either going to want or need. And that makes a big difference. You guys, it's so hard to do the live watch because the way YouTube is set up, it will turn it off. So if I'm showing you guys like the actual video, it will shut it off. And then I'll get copyright bans, and then they'll start shutting down your channel. It's a mess. I could, if I did do a live watch, It would just only you guys and maybe hear the audio. And if you'd want to do that, I could do that for sure. Maybe we'll do that for like the finale, before the tell-alls. Well, maybe we can do a live watch, and then I can play the audio, and you guys can align it with the timestamps and watch on your end. But yeah, I can definitely do that. That'd be fun. Since you asked for suggestions, Coco, Kiki White has a reality show coming out soon. Man, Kiki White with all those kids. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it, y'all. Have you guys? Oh, there's other shows too. There's the new villain show, House of Villains, on on Entertainment, or is it? What is it? No, not ET. Bravo. It's on Bravo. And my friend said it's kind of messy. So I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about that show. I was curious. Thought I might watch it. Auntie has been having a ball telling your friends. Oh my gosh, I know Auntie has, because just like myself, Auntie has been watching the show since the beginning too, but just never reviewed it. And I feel like you have all these thoughts like bottled up inside of you from watching the show for so many years. And then to go back and watch it, you're like, oh my God. Like I recognize that in the moment, but I didn't recognize it in the moment. So going back is crazy. Oh my God, after the season, having multiple creators have a discussion would be YouTube lawyers have covered it, didn't after the hard depth. Yeah. I think I would like love to have, even like, I've never seen like a panel of all of the like sister wives content creators, and I feel like there's like, I mean, there's a few of us out there now, and there's definitely at least like five to six of us that I think have a lot of people that all follow us. Um, Even like I'm a smaller channel, but a lot of people still come to my channel, even though I'm a smaller one. So I think it'd be fun, kind of get like a mix. So maybe I'm gonna try reaching out to a few of them and seeing like, what do you guys think about doing something like this? I think it'd be kind of fun just to chat it up. Okay, hopefully this tell-alls will be better, y'all. I'm hoping. It's just, what's her name, Sukanya. She dibble dabbles over it, y'all. You know, she won't go straight for the point. And I'm like, go straight to the point. Yeah, Auntie does not care, you guys. Auntie just, I'm like just a milder version. But I like that everyone's reviews are different. Who wants to watch the same personality on every review? That's boring. I like all the different uh reactions and responses. Gwen mentions you in one of her posts about her parents. I think you're right about Gwen and Christina having the best relationship. Yeah, because like you guys in that live, I asked a lot of questions, and I feel like Gwen, I don't think they had a good relationship. But at the same time, your mom, your mom still showed up for your wedding. I'm just saying, your mom showed up for you, boo boo. She showed up. Aspen and Logan have become exceptional people. Haven't they? A lot of their kids have, like, I mean, that's one thing you can say about these parents. These kids are self-sufficient. Like, they are taking care of themselves. They're doing fine. I do want to know, like, how do you guys feel about this MLM stuff though? Is that a conversation or what? Because a lot of them are in MLM. We've heard a lot about, it's almost like going from, as they say, one cult to a new one. When it comes to the MLM stuff, I'm curious what you guys think about it, about all of them getting into these MLM jobs. I mean, if you have a following, I see why they're doing it, and it's almost like an unfair advantage, to the average person that's doing something like that. They don't have that type of network to reach out to. I'm like, all of them are in it. Maddie's does it. McKelty does it. Janelle, Christine, quite a few of them do it. Penny, love your channel, open-minded, but fair to even Cody, who I can't stand. Nari's the one who seems like she will give them hell as she gets older. I mean, the way they were cutting that baby's hair tells me she was going to give them hell. The haircuts, y'all, they was doing her so dirty. She gonna be so mad when she's older and sees how they had her on national TV looking. MLM's music exactly like that's what it feels like to me too. And I'm like, are we having a discussion about all this MLM stuff that they're into? I guess it's good for them, but it sucks for others. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, I'm sure you guys have this this platform, so you're doing well, but are you selling a false dream and hope to people that join your network? I don't know. Interesting to think about. At this point, if you get involved with them, you know what you're getting into, you're responsible for participating. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I think for me, it's just like, it's just interesting to me culturally how they're going from one cult dynamic to another one. This is interesting to me that they would decide to do that. We don't know why Gwen wasn't there. I think we'll eventually find out and reserve judgment until then. Well, Anna, if you've been on our live, one of our amazing subscribers let us know that they inboxed Gwen on Patreon and asked why were they not at the wedding. And Gwen responded, I was too busy. Mandy Watkins told us that. Mandy inboxed Gwen on Patreon, and Gwen said, I had stuff to do. I was too busy. So we do know. And that's her reasoning, I guess. I thought Gwen could have done a congratulations post. She could have done something. Something's up, y'all. Something is up. Except for her organic chemistry class. I don't know what the excuse is. Being too busy is crazy to me. I work in education. You can get off for a wedding. It's actually not that difficult, especially your parents. It's not that hard to do. I really enjoy your and love your channel, Auntie. Am I take a reality? Oh, thank you. You guys always bring the episodes reviews with great commentary, the best. And if they don't do a good tell all, I'll be annoyed. I'll be super annoyed if the tell alls are whack. Thank you for your amazing feedback. Yeah, my take on reality and Auntie, hilarious. I love them both. Agree. Sakanya, they need someone who has watched the show to ask the correct questions. She's clueless and can't call them out on their BS or ask a meaningful follow-up. That's the point. That's why I wanted them to bring back Tamron Hall. Because Tamron Hall, you could tell Tamron was actually watching the episodes because the responses that Tamron would give, you could tell that she knew what was happening and knew like backstories to give really good follow-ups and to like challenge them on things. Whereas Sukanya to me does not have enough of the backstory of this family to give solid follow-ups when it comes to these tell-alls. They need to bring Tamron Hall back is what they need to do. I really enjoy. Oh, I think I said that already. Thank you. Yeah, I think they have an unfair advantage with MLMs. Yes, I love him. So sweet. Yeah, Anna, it was earlier on in the live, but yeah, if you go back, you can actually like when this is over, rewind and see. But yeah, that's what Gwen said. Gwen said she's too busy. That's crazy, right? She's too busy. What makes me mad is if you don't want to be around your mother like that, why would you ask for the money to help you with your I mean, her mom was helping her, you guys, prepare for her own wedding. Like, wasn't Christine with her at the craft store when they were getting stuff for her wedding gown? And Christine was just at her wedding. And I don't know what's going on, but also, like I know that Gwen had her own trip plan. I'm kind of interested too with that trip that Christine planned, right? For them to all go to England and Ireland and stuff. And Gwen was noticeably the only daughter that wasn't there. And that trip happened to be planned right around Gwen's wedding and really kind of conflicted with Gwen's honeymoon. And I'm wondering, even with that trip, why was that trip planned to, like so near her honeymoon time? Is because if that's why she couldn't go, it's almost like another thing that she's left out of. I don't know. I like some more information around that trip too, because I don't know if maybe that kind of like sparked some of this animosity. If it had anything to do with that trip that all the daughters went on to Europe. I wonder if that had anything to do with it. I don't know. Yes, we spoke Tamron up at the same. Baby, Tamron Hall was it. Definitely a new interviewer. One who's not afraid of offending them, ask her questions, even if Cody. I know, and I feel like Cody has something to do with who we have now. Like Cody has had them basically say, "You don't get to ask me certain questions," or that's what it's starting to feel like. Like he's setting it up. It's not easy being a parent. I can't imagine what Christine's mind was. Those women in that culture are oppressed. The wives were drinking the Kool-Aid. I agree. They definitely were drinking the Kool-Aid. I honestly think Cody Robin demand protection. I think so too. He just said exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, her not showing up. I'm confused. Tamina wasn't playing. She sure wasn't. She went straight into it, asked questions. We needed to get answers for everyone should sit together and said, I really want them to sit together. I want to watch Cody say to Mary's face, I don't care about you. Girl, bye. Move now. We're not married. Yes, I got a new ring. And yes, Robin picked it out. That's what we really need to talk about, that ring, you guys. They try to play stupid with Mary about. Any woman would notice if her husband had a new ring. And that's why I'm like, Mary, Robin's not your friend. Why would she even support this man getting a new ring? If she wants you to be so part of the family, why would she support him getting a new ring? And if he was getting a new ring, why were you and Janelle not part of that? If he didn't want that ring because it was connected to Christine, okay, then he should have brought his other 3 wives together and said, hey, you guys, I want to get a new ring that symbolizes our new relationship. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. It's so messy. I would be delighted to have you or James for my take when I do a tell all. Maybe, oh my God, that'd be, could you imagine me and James on there? Oh my God. Oh, it'd be so good. Didn't Tamron stop the tell-alls when she got, I think she stopped him even before then. I think she stopped him even before then. But I mean, she gets breaks though. I wish she could, maybe it has something to do with contracts too, where she can't do it. But man, I wish she could. Hi, Tina. Thought you'd be great hosting this. Man, I wish you guys. That would be. First off, I'd have to think of the outfit because the outfit would have to be on point. But yeah, the questions I would definitely. I think because there's so many reactors, I think if TLC was smart, if they really wanted to make this an interactive experience, that they would reach out to some of the different content creators and have them do a poll and ask their subscribers what questions they would like to ask. And then they take one question from each channel owner and ask that question and call it a YouTube, like YouTube corner. Because the community online is huge. The community that follows us is huge. So I would love it if they did that. Oh my God, you guys. And then maybe if they like streamed us in and you got to do it like live question asking. Could you imagine? Oh my God, y'all. That would be so good. And with our pyramid schemes. Yeah, I think they're definitely good. I just think it's like, I just don't like that I feel like they went from like one cult to another and they haven't broke that cult way of thinking. Yes, that ring, but did Cody wear the ring with Janelle? I just don't think Janelle is aware enough. And also too, I think maybe Janelle is a little checked out, whereas Mary is not. Mary is laser focused on still being part of this family. So I think that's why she noticed it. And also too, Mary's is a particular type of a person, so she's going to notice those little things. I feel like Janelle just wouldn't notice it unless somebody pointed it out to her, in which I think she'd be irritated. Just like with when they did the whole dress shopping and it comes to that, Robin went with Cody and he picked it out. Like at first it was Janelle really wasn't like bothered, but then when she sat and thought about it, she's like, why would you do that? It just takes Janelle a little longer to get to the point. Did you notice he didn't wear that ring on the date with Janelle? Oh, he didn't. See? No, I didn't notice that. And I'm glad you called that out, Mary. See? They know what they're doing. He's trying to gaslight Mary. He knows what he's doing. Yes, he stopped before, and I think that was Cody that didn't want her back. Yeah. Robin was a little smug. I think she was smug too. Yeah, I agree, Anna. Tamron was the best for the tell-alls. Bar none. The number one on the tell-alls. One channel showed that Janelle date scene, he had the ring off, and we didn't know the timeline because it's all interesting. Interesting. Not be shocked until fans will be able to ask. I would love to see the fans be able to ask questions, you guys. I would love it. Love to see 6'4", 300 pounds James question. You know, I didn't know James was 6'4". He looks shorter on film, on camera. Oh my God, James is 6'4"? That'd be crazy. Wow. I need to meet James in person so I could just stand next to him because you guys, I'm little. I'm barely 5'2", if that. That would be hilarious. I'm very short. Petition for all to be on the couch at the same time. I think they should be on the couch at the same time too, you guys. This separate tell-alls is not doing it for me anymore. Yeah, when she said it's a cool ring, Mary, it's like it's one of those situations where you're like, tell me that somebody doesn't care about you without saying they don't care about you. It's a cool ring, right? It's one of those moments. You still might ask a fan segment idea. I would love that. I would love it. Because I'm it's just like there's so many of us online that talk about it. And I feel like we have the best questions. We're what the audience wants to know. What's happening in these chats is what the audience really wants to know. And that's the fan base. That's who's watching the show. No question, Robin. And James question, Cody. I don't think Robin could handle me. Because I would literally be like, Robin, like, let's cut the crap, girl. You cannot be this delusional. You can't be. You cannot be. There's no way. I think you're on point about the ring. I think you're right. Janelle isn't as observant. Yeah, I just don't think she notices those details as much. Even if he would have worn it on that date, I still don't think she would have noticed it. But I think he has enough respect for her not to wear it. He doesn't care about Mary. He doesn't care enough about Mary to not wear it. Kotex can't handle the truth or anybody's trying to get it out of him. Not at all. Not even a little bit. I think they could have been intimidated by James' opinion. Especially if James is 6'4". What? You know, Cody's more worried about his six-pack, you guys. And his pecs. I still can't get over that segment. He did not wear that ring. And see, I'm telling you guys, he's interesting. His whole family's afraid of confrontation. I think they'll clam up when they're on stage. Yeah, because they sure do run their mouths behind the scenes. I was shocked when James said how tall. Yeah, I did not know. That's crazy. When did James say that? What video did he say that on? That's crazy. I did not know James was that tall. James is huge then. Robin faced a true question. She would cry. The thing, you know what's so funny is like the playing the victim role, it's like, it's very manipulative because she knows like if she starts crying, then it makes the person that she's talking to feel like they have to treat her differently and approach the situation differently. And that's not the case. I'm not doing it. I'm going to still talk to you about it. I think Mary's seen the ring before, but she just wanted to get, well, I'm glad she said something. James is 6'7". I'm going to message James. How tall are you? Because now we have a debate happening on how tall you are. I would love to do a video with James. We have to get James on a live. I know that he was thinking about doing it and he hasn't done it. And I'm just going to tell him, you just have to do it. Like, it's if we sit and honestly try to plan everything, you guys will never do it. And I'm going to tell you right now that I've become like a content creator, it sounds hilarious even saying that, but a content creator, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So I get it. Everyone's like, everyone tries to do it. And I'm like, you just have a different respect for content creators when you start doing it yourself. I mean, all the little nuances and details that go into it, it is exhausting. It is very much exhausting work. Rewarding, but exhausting. Well, very sheltered. But you know what? They've had a lot more access to the outside world than some of the other people. That's for sure. Especially moving to Vegas, right? Date was in May. Mary's kitchen scene was cooler weather because everyone was wearing long sleeves. Okay, if you question Robin, she might actually. I'd love to see it. James is 6'7". 6'4", 6'7", that man's tall. Oh my God. He said he's bigger than a rock. That's crazy. He looks so small in the chair. So imagine how big his chair is. That's crazy. He looks like maybe he's like 5'10". So the thing he like between 6'4" and 6'7", that's crazy. It's like being an addict, I think it's what they know, all they know. I think so, yeah, because they're definitely it seems like they just transitioned from one cult to the next. Oh man, y'all. Okay, I have hit my hour. It's been real. Hopefully you guys are gonna be tuning into the show tonight. I will be. We'll see. We'll see what the conversations are going to be. We're finally getting the scene too where the kids are at the table and they're like, Robin, you can have them. So I'm wondering how long that scene is going to be. If it's going to be really quick and short, or if it's going to be, where we're going to get quite a bit of info. So I'm ready for that scene because we've been waiting for it. I'm excited for it. But thank you guys for joining and hitting that like button. I love talking with you guys. I'm going to try to at least do a live, if not every week, every other week at least, because I love just being able to chat with you guys in the comments. Like, that's fun to me. So I'm going to try to do that as much as I can. But have a good Sunday, you guys. Enjoy your families. Watch the show tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow for my review and recap of the show. Until next time, bye, y'all.